We will move on to Representative Van Drew.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm pleased that the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure is finally holding this hearing on the American supply chain crisis. I've always advocated for a strong domestic supply chain. It has been clear since the summer that we are in a supply chain crisis and that the situation has become worse due to the inaction of those in power. To our honorable witnesses, I thank you and the millions of American workers that you all represent. Workers make our country strong. I want to give American workers every tool possible to be successful for themselves, their families, and our great country of the United States of America. I wish that we were meeting under better circumstances. The United States is on the precipice of a dark American winter. Our country faces self-inflicted economic ruin, rising food prices, rising energy prices, rising housing prices, backed up ports, unreliable product delivery, and an absolute labor shortage. This decaying economic environment is the direct result of liberal policies that have disincentivized business investment, flooding the economy with wasteful spending and telling people not to go to work. These abysmal policies pale in comparison to the Biden vaccine mandate. I want to state unequivocally that the single greatest threat to economic security is the Biden vaccine mandate. This vaccine mandate is legally absurd and existentially dangerous to our country of America. The rule being pushed by OSHA will force all businesses with over 100 employees to require their staff to be vaccinated. If a worker refuses to get forcefully vaccinated, then the employer will be forced to fire them. To be clear, this vaccine mandate is illegal. This vaccine mandate is unconstitutional. This vaccine mandate is the single worst idea to emerge from a famously incompetent administration. The Biden vaccine mandate will result in nothing less than the total implosion of the American economy. If this mandate goes through, there will be unprecedented mass resignations. Truckers, pilots, rail workers, sailors, construction workers. We know as a matter of fact that the vaccine mandate will result in resignations, up to a third of the transportation workforce possibly. If this happens, it will begin a vicious cycle of supply chain collapse that will send the United States of America into economic depression. OSHA and the administration are sleepwalking towards economic cataclysm of which we have never seen before. It is truly baffling, and I personally pray that the courts will stop them, as I think they will. I think back to President Abraham Lincoln's Lyceum address. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we must live through all time, or we die by suicide. This vaccine mandate reveals the hubris and detachment of this administration. The committee should use every tool at its disposal to prevent this impending catastrophe. I want to give our witnesses the opportunity to speak on the truth of this vaccine mandate and what it will do to our country. And I direct my question to Chris Spear, President and Chief Executive Officer of the American Trucking Association. You testified before a Republican supply chain roundtable last month. Could you please explain the harsh reality of what the vaccine mandate will do to the American trucking workforce? Thank you.
Appreciate